Hello and welcome to Manor Lords. So obviously it's got a new update, and so I'm just going to do a let's play video. She's going to take us through the first year from March to March, and we'll just test out some of the features as we go, and I'll probably make a series of making a new medieval city. First note is that the UI, the interface is looking beautiful. It's really nice upgrade. The artwork, it looks really nice and clean. Very nice, very impressed with that from the outset. So it's good. No new options by the looks of it. I think all the options are the same, the layout's the same, but everything's just been tidied up. The artwork's very nice. We also have a new map, the Wide Valley. So obviously river at the centre. That appears to split the regions. I'm going to go for 3 rival kingdoms. The AI has been updated, and the way they build their cities should be much more organic, so that will be good to see. Okay, let's see what resources we have within our borders. We got iron, a permanent resource, which is going to be very useful. It's the only permanent resource, which probably means our land is going to be very fertile, which it is. So we can grow barley, we can grow wheat. And another new feature is oats. So we can now grow oats, which apparently you only take thrashing at the farmhouse. So you don't need the mill or the communal oven. So, and also, as you can see there, it is available, much like rye is, it is going to be available in every region. So, so that gives you an extra crop to grow other than rye if you are in one of the lands which are not so fertile. So that's a great little bonus as well. So that's a nice touch. My eye has been immediately drawn to this intersection here. I quite like the look of that. You've got the island obviously across the bridge. My resources are all just over here. You often see a lot of quick start guides, the perfect start, where you want everything to be really close together, so you essentially build where you start. But I want to think about the layout here, and I quite want to essentially build my houses around this intersection with the granary and the storehouse at their centre and a market. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing there. So let's get the granary built first, as always. Okay, so let's make sure we occupy that straight away. Those supplies over here, the wheat bread in particular, has got a very high spoilage rate, so we need to make sure we get that in there ASAP. There's obviously a bit of travelling to do because I've decided to put my granary and my storehouse away from where my starting supplies are. It is going to slow things down a little bit, but I'd rather shape the town in the way that I've kind of got in my mind at the moment. So that's just it's better to do it at the beginning than it is to hold off and move things around later. And the next priority is going to be to get the logging camp down and to get some food resources going. We've got a hunter camp which we need to create, and also we need to start collecting berries. So the camp's almost done, so that'll be pretty quick. It's quite close by to the resources, so we should get that done very quickly. The berries are a little bit further away, so we'll do that next. Let's just get a villager in there so he can pick up all the supplies from the beginning. We need them to go into, I think there's tools and firewood and whatnot, so we'll just let him pick them up. Probably going to put the houses on opposite the storehouse there. I think the first bunch of houses that I'm going to build. But let's get that foraging hut down. There we go. Yep, that'll do. Yep, make that a priority. Trying not to build too many structures at one time because I've only got one ox, so I'm trying to spread his workload essentially by building a building at a time as much as possible for now. But we can get that market down nice and quick because that doesn't take any ox to do. So let's just lay that out. I find now that between 12-15 marketplaces to begin with is usually plenty for a decent sized village. So yeah, it can be quite small. I'm going to have it so they can access it from either side of the intersection, both the north and the south road to it there. See if the well fits in. Ideal. I'll see if the hitching post will fit in there in a bit. I'm just going to wait until we finish moving our supplies over. This family has nothing to collect, so we may as well relocate them. There's loads of berries there. Let's really build up a good supply. So let's move them over there till the hunting camp's built. We'll move them back. There's always a lot of moving around to begin with. Just want to start thinking about the farms now as well. We've obviously got very fertile land. So we've got barley and wheat. You don't really need to utilise them until your borage plots upgrade to sort of level 2. So I'm not going to focus on them now. I'm going to try and get some oats grown because I want to see how they work and how well they work. I believe they also do animal feed as well. You can use it for animal feed, so as well as food to consume for your villagers. We are in April, so we're not going to get a full harvest by setting up the crops now, but we're going to get something. It will be useful going into the next year because the hunter cabin, despite operating all year round, produces quite a small yield. The only other food supply we have is our berries, which is seasonal. Also need to account for the fact that there are a lot of bandit camps around. I put an initial setting of 5. This gives a great opportunity to increase my personal treasury and influence, but the downside is that a lot of stuff is going to get stolen. The more stores I can build up in the first year will help to mitigate that, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's get these oat farms down. Okay, so we're ready to start ploughing, so that's just getting underway. Just had some bread stolen from nearby bandits, so that's going to cut into our food supply. We got 7 months though of food, which isn't bad at all. Just noticed that there's no consumption of fuel happening. I think that's because I've built no houses. So on the plus side, I got the firewood supplies that I started with have been untapped yet. So I don't need to rush to build the firewood splitter, which is cool. But I do need to crack on and build those houses now, because winter is coming. We're in June at the moment. So yeah, that's the next big thing, is let's get these houses done. Sorry, that took me a moment of faffing to get it to fit to the curve there. But yeah, we got it in now. So we've got 6 houses laid down. So that's going to house, obviously, our first 5 families, plus room for an extra one straight away. And yeah, hopefully we'll get them done in time for winter. Just going to start assigning as many families as I can to sow in preparation for the harvest. So I'm just going to move a few people into the farmhouse to speed that process up. Shouldn't take too long with plenty of people in there. It tends to move quite fast. The quicker it gets done, the sooner they can return to their jobs, keep gathering resources. Looks like we got 8 months of food there, so well, 7 now. So we're not doing too bad. Our villagers are now collecting the first harvest, which is nice. So it's a year 1, or not even the end of the first year. So within the first year, we've managed to pull in a crop, which is really good work. So there they go, picking up the oats. Got about 3 families working on it right now, so that's why they're doing a nice quick job of it there. It will take a little extra time to thrash the oats in the farmhouse, but other than that I don't need any more infrastructure to complete this task, so it makes things nice and easy. Way of building up our food supplies. Great, so we've reached small village status. It's taken us a little while longer in order for us to get those oats brought in. But I think we're in a really strong place now. Obviously, it's going to start. We need to start thinking about our militia. We do not have enough people in our village to create a militia yet. Let's just zoom out and get a lay of the land. As I said earlier, we've got 5 camps in the vicinity. 2 up there, another 2 off to the west, and then we got this one just down here. So that's the one we want to go for first. Give ourselves a better chance of winning. I'm going to wait before sending them out until I built the manor house, so they could be supported by the retinue, which is obviously very powerful fighters, which we're going to need. We don't want to lose our militia really, because those losses are greatly felt within the community and greatly impacts your economy, so we want to avoid that as much as possible. We've got a couple families in the farmhouse there. Obviously autumn is busy season for the farmers, so we need to basically pull in the harvest. and then plough and sow in preparation for next year's harvest as well. And that all needs to happen within the autumn period. I want to get some rye on the go this time as well. So next year we're going to be pulling in both oats and rye. So let's just set up the crop rotation. Okay, so our rye fields are set up for ploughing now. It's the tail end of autumn, so we've got a lot of work to do. Double the work now because we've got 2 fields to manage and to get ready for next year's harvest. So we've got to plough, we've got to sow the seeds in both the rye and the oat fields. We might need to assign an extra family if we can get one spare once that extra 6 house is built. Hopefully we'll get an extra family in and that will help us along the way. Food's looking pretty good. The oats at the moment are still waiting to be thrashed. I expect that will be done once we have finished prepping the new fields. Make sure we've got the livestock assigned, which we have. No other building going on at the moment, so that's not a problem really, because we still only have 1 ox. So that house is built now, which hopefully our approval rating is above 50%. So in the new month, when it comes to November, we should get a new family come in, which will bring us up to 6 families. Hopefully I'll be able to assign them straight away to the farmhouse. But for now, I'm just going to take them to the granary and assign them. Let's get the ploughing done. I think they're starting to plough the field. So yeah, there we go. The ploughing of the rye field is currently underway using the ox. And then we have the spare families, because it only takes 1 family to run the ox. So the other 2 families are currently ploughing our oat field, our second oat field. So yeah, well, they've almost done it actually, so that's really nice. And that field's, yeah, so yeah, there we go. So you definitely need 2 fields, I'd say 3 to 4 families in the autumn season. Once autumn is complete, we can start focusing on building up our village after that. We are going to need actually a wood cutter so we can get our fireworks underway. We haven't tapped into our initial supply yet, but now those houses are built, it will start consuming fuel. So we need to make sure the building is in place. Forgot about the hitching post actually, so does that fit in? Yeah, it does, perfect. Yeah, ideal. So yeah, the hitching post has been placed in the centre there. Looks like the oat field has been ploughed, so they're going to start sowing that in a second. Let's just have a check on the rye field. Yep, so there they are. They're all sowing the rye now, so that's good. Let's just bung an extra family in there, and that has come from the new house, which is excellent. So there we go, 4 families. We're in November, so we should get this done just by the skin of our teeth. So the ox is not going to be required in the farmhouse anymore, so we'll just return him to the main town centre where he can help out with the building. Yeah, look, the sewing is almost complete. 44, 51. Ah, nice. Sewing's well underway there, not far off. Excellent. The hard work of our farmers has paid off. It is still in November, and we have got both fields fully ploughed and sowed, and now they are growing their crops ready for harvest next year. So that's excellent. We've now got our woodcutter underway and our sawmill underway. We should be able to free up a bit of labour now. So let's just put someone back into the granary. See how those oats are doing. Yeah, so that's all growing. 83 is the yield there. 57 for the rye. So that's pretty decent numbers. And as we can see, what we've collected this year now is being thrashed, which will turn it into food stores, which can be transferred over to the granary. So Yeah, the oats make a really big difference, so particularly early game, I think, in sort of boosting your food supplies, because it takes so little infrastructure to build it. With the rye, I'm now going to have to build the mill and the communal oven in order to start getting the rye bread. But with the oats, literally just need a field and a farmhouse. I think that is a great new feature. Let's have a little look. Yeah, still nowhere near enough peasants really to create any kind of effective militia. Looks like winter is settling in now, so where are we? December. So yeah, let's get some more houses put in now. We can. I find winter is a good time for doing construction. Actually, you need a lot less labour because of the harvest. Seasonal jobs like fishing or foraging are no longer needed during the winter, so it frees a lot more families up to do other things. And at the moment, we've got a lot of building that needs to go on, so we'll do that through this winter. Is focus on building up and expanding our town. We still only have one ox, which doesn't cause a problem. I notice sometimes with the sawmill that although you assign a family there, they might do nothing for ages. And it took me a while to figure out why that was. And it's usually because the ox basically is too busy to deliver any wood to the saw pit. So sometimes to get the saw, to get those planks on the go, it's worth just quickly assigning your ox directly to the saw pit just to initialize that. Otherwise, he might be low down on the priority list, and you might find for a little while no planks are being made despite your sawmill being up and running. So as you can see, the cow or the ox is now moving logs into the saw pit. So I'll just let him do a few runs there, drop a few more in, and there we go. We've got planks on the go. So that's a handy little tip. I don't know if anyone else has ever encountered that one, but yeah, it took me a while to figure that one out. I think our town or slash village is shaping up nicely now. I really like this intersection here. Now we've got the houses going in at the bottom row there. The advantage of this setup is travel time, or more specifically, reduced travel time, because we've got the granary, the storehouse, the well, the market, all in that intersection there with the houses surrounding it. The travel time for the villagers to go from place to place, gather their resources, gather what they need, trade at market, all of those kind of things is a lot quicker, basically. So it's a nice setup. It's taken a while to get us there, but once it's set up, I think it will be a nice thriving community. The hitching post has now been upgraded, so we're just going to purchase an extra ox, which is going to help to greatly speed up the building process. Also, once we have harvest season coming in, when we allocate an ox to the farmhouse, it's not going to cut into our building time, so our building can carry on as per normal as long as we have that spare family. So that's going to be a great advantage. We're in February now, so our first year is coming to a close, and I think we've achieved a lot. We've got 2 spare houses available for new families to move in, with 3 on the way. Our crops are ready to be harvested for the next year, so we should have a good yield of food of both oat and rye. The storehouse and hitching post have both been upgraded, so we've got more space for our goods and we can move those goods around a lot quicker. Oh, ouch. We've just had 15 of our oats stolen from us. That really did drop the food down. I think we had 6, 7 months before that. It's dropped it down by a couple of months. So, yeah, the bandits really do have an impact. So I think that's going to be our focus for the next video moving forward into the next year, is to start taking on these bandits. Obviously, to do that, we're going to need to build the manor house first. Now we've got more empty houses to occupy, we could probably do with putting in the church, which will help to increase the attraction of more families coming in. So let's have a little look. Kind of want that to be an industry area. I like it there on the hill, but I might tuck it away. Yeah, this looks nice in the forest there. It's right next to the community as well, still fairly central. Yeah, I like that spot. We'll have it go there. Okay, so we have reached March. Raiders have announced they are going to be on their way, so we need to be prepared for them, but we need to deal with the bandits anyway, so that is definitely going to be the focus for the next year, is getting the militia on the go, building our retinue, building the manor house. We're also going to need to develop our industry and establish trade, so they're going to be our priorities moving forward. I hope you have enjoyed watching as much as I have enjoyed playing. I've really enjoyed exploring the new features. The oats are really useful, being able to assign workers by season. We've got an extra building, the construction yard, which we'll be doing next video. The new interface makes it look like a complete game, so loads of really great features. Combat, as my understanding is also being improved upon, how they move around the map, how they engage in combat with each other. So that's going to be really exciting to find out on our next video, which is very much going to be the focus, is going to be taking on these bandits and getting ready for the next raids, preparing our militia and building our manor house. So that is what we are going to be doing next video. Thank you so much for watching. This is a new channel, so like and subscribe would go a really long way. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you for watching. Take care.